of all of our students. Our retention rate for first-time freshmen is about 84%, and I'll give you some tips in a little bit to help tilt those odds even higher and in your favor. Okay, so our university offers 43 bachelor's degrees across 4 colleges. And when I was your age, going through orientation, I was wondering, why am I in the College of Letters and Science at UC Davis when I thought I'm at the College of UC Davis? And well, the reason why is that we have so many college degrees, and it's just too many degrees and too many faculty for one administrator to oversee. So we divide all of our degrees and our departments into colleges, and birds of a feather flock together. So we put all of our STEM departments in one college. That's CSTEM, the College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. And you form 18% of all the students on campus. And then we form another college, Education, Health, and Human Services. That's where we have education, human development, nursing, speech language pathology, and kinesiology. They form 19% of all the students on campus. And then we have CHABS, Humanities, Arts, Behavior, Social Sciences, where we have psychology, political science, history, English, and so on. And they form 45% of all the majors. And then we have COBA, College of Business Administration. They form 16% of all the majors. And so you're here because you've chosen a major in STEM. So congratulations. About 5% of all kindergartners ever grow up and become a graduate in STEM. So you are truly on the path towards something great. Not a lot of students actually graduate with STEM degrees. And that means that, it's going to be a little bit difficult with calculus and physics and chemistry. I've taken all those classes and I've struggled in those classes too, but passed and got A's and B's. And I actually have a couple C's on my transcript, on my undergraduate transcript, and that's okay. Because STEM majors tend to get a little bit lower GPA, but that's okay because you get higher pay when you graduate. So just remember that it is worth it to choose a STEM degree. It's a struggle here and there, but it is worth it. You will get rewarded when you graduate. Okay, so you probably know that you need 120 units to graduate from a university in California by law, by Title V, California Code of Regulations. And about 30 of your units are going to be lower division for your major. That's going to be your 100 and 200 level classes that you take as a freshman and sophomore. For example, that will be your physics classes, that will be your calculus classes, and your chemistry classes, and so on, your computer science classes, like CS 111, Intro to Programming, or Calculus 1, whether it's Math 132 or Math 160, and so on. And then about 36 of your units will be upper division major requirements, your 300 and 400 level classes that you take when you're juniors and seniors. And there you have, you learn a specialized information for your knowledge, and you're going to be sitting mostly surrounded by majors, that people that are within your major. And then you have your GE units, about 48 units there. And it's very, very important that you give special attention to your GE courses. That's where you're going to take your A1 for verbal communication, and then your A2 for written communication, your A3 for critical thinking, your B1 for your physical science, your B2 for your life science, your B3 for your labs, and your B4 for your mathematics and quantitative, for your mathematics actually. And then your arts and humanities and so on. And they're very, very important. An A in a GE class counts just like an A in your math class or your computer science class. They count the same. They're very, very important, your GE. And employers want students, who have a well-rounded education. Even if you're a chemistry major, you're not only going to deal with chemistry majors, but you're going to deal with people from different backgrounds, and we want you to be able to appreciate differences in others and respect differences in others. And so we want you to be a good member of your your neighborhood, your town, your state, your nation, and the world, and of course, be an excellent citizen of the Milky Way. So it's very, very important that you pay attention to all of these courses, even if they're not in the sciences or in your major. They will contribute to being a well-rounded individual. Okay, so you can go to our website, csusm.edu, and you can type in majors worksheets, and then you'll get a link. You'll hit a page where you can see links to your particular major, and then you can print out a PDF, and that will tell you those, remember those 100 level and 200 level preparation for the major and your 300, 400 level courses in your major, and you can see what you're going to need. You can get a snapshot. You can print these, and you can check off the boxes as you achieve your goals along the way. You might want to carry those with you. Also, when you go see your advisors, and bring that to them, and keep track of progress. I personally like hard copies of things, and so worksheets is one way to go. We also have roadmaps. If you go to csusm.edu, you can type in roadmap. You can see what the roadmap is for mathematics, or what your roadmap is for biology, for example. And roadmap will tell you the courses that you can take in which order, so that you can graduate in exactly 4 years. Okay, so that we have a roadmap, a plan for you to graduate in 4 years. Your degree planner reads in the roadmaps, and it will populate in semester 1 the classes that you're actually ready for. So for mathematics, ideally you would be ready for Calculus 1. You may not be ready for Calculus 1. You might need to take Math 105 or Math 125 instead, and it will populate the semesters for you in order to help you graduate in the most timely manner. It's very, very important that you update your degree planner, and you tell us, for example, what you want to take in spring of 2022. For example, Isaac, Carson, and Caden, make sure that you tell us what you want to take in spring of 2022 or in semester 2. And the reason why is because we actually get that data and we build the schedule so that we make sure we have enough seats for you, so that when you register, you can actually get a seat. Okay, so all students on campus need to complete and update their degree planner to tell us what you need, so that we can make sure that we have enough seats for you in your STEM courses. So help us help you make sure that when we build the schedule, we're going to be building the schedule in September and October. And we're going to get the data in the first week of September. So tell us what you need in your STEM classes, as well as your other classes, right? In sociology or history and other things, so that you can take the classes that you want. We build a schedule according to what you tell us. You already had a session on academic advising, and they mentioned the academic requirement report. It's very, very important that you look at that periodically and see which requirements are satisfied, which ones are in progress, and which ones you still have yet to meet in order to graduate. Because you need 120 units, but not just any 120 units. You need specific courses in order to graduate, and the requirements report will help you keep track of that. I just downloaded some information this morning on the number of first-time freshmen that are enrolled by major, and so you can look at this graph and you can see current slide actually. Whoops, that's not the current slide. You can actually see here for biology, we have 132 students that are actually enrolled in 12 or more units. 26 are enrolled between 7 and 11 units and so on. And for computer science, right here, we have 114 students that are actually enrolled. And of those 114, 81 of them are enrolled in 12 or more units and so on. So when you look at your major, our goal is to get you in 12 or more units for a couple of reasons. Number one is that you have a significantly higher chance of returning next year when you enroll in 12 or more units in your first semester, because you're more engaged with the university, you're making better progress toward graduation. So it's very, very important that you get 12 or more units, number one. And number two, because you maximize your eligibility for financial aid. So if you're on financial aid, like I was as a student, being Hispanic, being a first-generation student back in the day, and being on financial aid income. I was on a Cal Grant and a Pell Grant. And if you're on a Cal Grant or a Pell Grant, then great. That is, think of that as your taxpayer, your parents' taxes being diverted to you. And that's the faith in the state of California and the government in you, so that we can help you get a college degree, so that you could be a contributing member of society, so that you can help reach your goals in getting a degree and support your family. So think of financial aid as us having faith in you and your family's resources being directly concentrated toward your achieving your goals, okay? So your goal is to get 12 or more units in your first semester so that you can stay on the path and be engaged with the university. Let's hear from Jackie Trishman. She is the dean of our college, so she wants to say welcome, a 90-minute video.
Welcome. We are the College of Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, also known as CSTEM. We are a forward-thinking community of scholars and researchers pushing the boundaries of human knowledge and discovery. Through applied and interdisciplinary research, a focus on innovation, and all sorts of creative endeavors, our faculty and our highly engaged students are at the forefront of solving many of the critical challenges we face in the world today. We offer degrees in mathematics, computer science, applied physics, software engineering, electrical engineering, biological sciences, biotechnology, biochemistry, and chemistry. Whether you are more comfortable in front of a lab bench where you are discovering the way genes that code for antibiotics move through the environmental microbiome, or in front of a computer screen where you are developing a better way to detect a brain tumor using your computational skills, or maybe in front of a group of eager fifth graders who you are teaching how to make and launch rockets, you will find a welcoming community of faculty, staff, and student leaders in CSTEM who are eager to help you find that path that is right for you. We encourage you to open your mind to all of the possibilities and come explore with us.
Thank you, Jackie. And Jackie and I, we just met yesterday, and we meet periodically, and we communicate with the chairs of your departments and text each other here and there. So during the summer, we are busy working and trying to make sure that the schedule is built and that we're giving you the best opportunities in your STEM major. I do want to mention that in that video, you'll notice that there are a lot of students in labs. And the charge for the CSU is to prepare our students for the California workforce. And you're going to notice that when you take, when you major in chemistry or physics or biology or computer science, for example, there are a lot of labs. And those labs give you so many experiences. So we're more than just lectures, but we are also labs. Our faculty enjoy teaching and they enjoy research, and their research translates into being better educators in the classroom, but also in the labs. And we have technicians that also help you in the lab. So I hope that you can appreciate that at the CSU, that that you're going to get so many experiences that you may not get, for example, at a UC. So anyway, we have a lot of labs that wait for you. They're time consuming, but they're worth it. We can't wait for you to take our labs. We've already had a session on advising. And so just remember that, reach out to the faculty if you need advice. They are always happy to help and answer your questions. Well, you're a STEM major, and we know that our STEM majors struggle here and there, and it's okay to struggle. Struggle is a part of growth. Just like if you go to gym and you're lifting weights, right? You're lifting weights, it's a struggle to do the military presses or the bench presses, and struggle is necessary for growth. It's opportunity for change, and we have help in many courses because we know where students tend to struggle in pre-calculus, in calculus, in biology, chemistry 150, intro to computer programming, and physics. So we have help, we have tutors, and it's free. And it's free because you paid for it with your student success fee. So if you go to our cststem.edu website and you type in student success or tutoring, you can see what our hours are for the fall and which courses we will provide support. So please make sure you take advantage of all of the free services that we have on campus, and they're free because you paid for it. And successful students take advantage of these services. Along the way, especially in STEM, you're going to feel some anxiety or depression or financial problems or family conflicts. When you're a student, you also have real life that is occurring, and I know that I experienced this as a student as well. Just challenges and worries and anxieties and concerns, and I just want you to know that we have a student health and counseling service on campus, and that we have resources for you. At a university, it's not just about going to class and opening the book and doing your homework, but we are also concerned not only about your academic well-being, but we're also concerned, hold on one second. We're also concerned about your mental well-being and your physical well-being. We're interested in the whole person. And so we have resources for you. So please, we want you to succeed academically, but make sure that you are aware of the services that we have in the event that you're dealing with some mental or health issues along the way. We are here to help. We also have Cougar Care Network. So if a student reaches out to me, I will help them to the best of my ability or within my skill set. And if I cannot, I will refer them to Cougar Care Network, but you may also self-refer to Cougar Care Network. If you let them know what your issue is, what your problem is, and they will, they're like a dispatcher. They will reach out to you and send you to the right person who can help you with your issue. So please know that, sorry. I'll call you back, bro. Sorry, that's an employee calling you. Okay, university expectations. So you probably already heard this, but this is more true than ever. Is that in high school you could graduate, you could study for 5 hours or 6 hours a week and pass your exams and get A's and B's in your classes. At a university, that strategy no longer works, and that's probably one of the biggest adjustments that you have to make in STEM and in the university as a whole. That we are required by law that when you take 1 hour of lecture, which is 50 minutes, an academic hour, that for every academic hour that we are lecturing in a class, we need to cover enough material that it requires that you study 2 to 3 hours outside of class. So if you're taking 12 units, you need to be studying 24 to 36 hours outside of class in order to master, to learn that material that we are actually covering. The total hours per week is 36 to 48 hours a week. So that means that basically when you're taking 12 units or more, that you have a full-time job. When you're taking 15 units, that's 45 to 60 hours per week. And so if your parents are working like 60 hours a week, you're like, oh, mom and dad, you sure are working hard. Well, you're going to be working hard too. You have a full-time job as a student. So it's very, very important that you realize is that, like, if I were teaching a class, say statistics or numerical analysis, scientific computing, or mathematics elementary school teachers, in my view, it's a 3-unit class. I expect that you're going to be studying 12 hours per week just to pass my class. 12 hours per week. And that's what I expect from my own students. So your instructors are going to have the same expectations. Keep track of how much time that you are studying for all your classes. Your high school strategy of studying 5 to 6 hours no longer works. And by the way, when you have a test in chemistry, or you have a test in calculus, or a test in physics or computer science, you have to start studying 1 week in advance. Don't wait till the night before. You need to study every single day for the test and do your homework. And it takes time to synthesize and absorb the material. Cramming does not work in this universe, does not work at a university campus. It's a recipe for failure. So please reset and recalibrate your expectations and the way that you study. This is a completely new environment for you, and we just want to let you know what it takes to succeed here, and that is preparation, planning, and setting time aside to study for your physics, chemistry, computer science courses, and so on. Okay. Now, there are some things that you can do and things that you could think and feel along the way that are going to tilt the odds in your favor of returning next semester and in the next fall right here. Meet with advisors, and you are welcome to take a screenshot of this because I'm going to cover it very quickly. We want you to utilize, what else can you do besides meeting with advisors? We want you to utilize campus resources to improve your academic performance. We want you to go get the counseling that you need as you need it, or go to the tutoring center or the STEM center, the health center as needed. We want you to attend events. We have a lot of events on campus, and you're going to see signs for workshops. We want you to join student organizations. You never know who you're going to meet. You can meet your future partner, your future significant other. You're going to meet friends along the way, and people who can give you advice and make you just feel like more engaged, like you belong at the university, because you do feel the sense of belonging when you participate in all activities. It's not all about just going to class and taking notes. We want you to, when you're going to class, we want you to participate in class. Raise your hand, ask questions. We want you to take notes. We expect that you will do these things. And we, of course, we expect you to attend class. Don't sleep in. Don't say, oh, I'll make up for it. I'll study and I'll get the notes. Going to class has high value. Okay, be disciplined and go to your class. There are some things that you could think about mentally. We want you to think about and be conscious about a dedicated effort to achieve goals and get good academic results. We want you to plan and think about going to office hours. And office hours is the time that your professor sets aside where they will be waiting in their office for you to answer questions that you ask. So you don't have to like hope to bump into them at Safeway or at Home Depot or at the coffee cart on campus. They'll be waiting for you in their office. They set time aside out of their schedule to address your questions. Form study groups and take sample quizzes and tests. If you find out your chemistry professor or math professor or physics professor doesn't post sample quizzes or tests, ask them to do it. I think that they're going to be delighted to provide that if you're interested in doing that, because you want to know what level of difficulty can you expect in this class. And so this gives you a signal of what does this instructor value? How do I need to tune and make adjustments to what I'm studying? So sample quizzes and tests are so important in STEM. And I know that they made a huge difference for me, sample quizzes and tests. That's one of the things I remember the most about majoring in STEM and mathematics. We also want you to focus on tasks, be aware of the connection between effort and results. The more effort you put in, probably the better results that you're going to get in STEM. Use various study strategies, make mind maps, note cards, and think about what you're reading, think about what you're thinking. We want you to explore your major, read all the catalog descriptions of all the courses, attend events. We want you to be confident in your choice of your major and optimistic about your future. And when we ask you to complete surveys, please complete the surveys, give us feedback along the way, help us help you. Along the way that, we hope that even today is one of the first, in orientation that you feel like you belong here, that you get a sense of belonging, that you feel welcomed to the university. We want you to feel valued along the way by peers, faculty, and staff through our interactions. But we also know that, that this will occur when you participate in student organizations, you go to class, and you meet students, say, hi, my name is Carson, or my name is Caden, or my name is Isaac. And, introduce yourself to students and form study groups. And that's going to help you in STEM form a sense of belonging. So it's very, very important that you help yourself along the way. We want you to have an interest in gaining skills and increasing knowledge. Think about what you need to know before you graduate, and make sure you choose your electives and make wise choices along the way, so that when you graduate, you're going to have all those skills that you need in order to get a job very quickly. We want you to establish connections and friendships with mentors and with classmates. So I touched upon that a few minutes ago, and all of these things that you're going to do, such as form study groups, such as going to tutoring centers, such as joining student organizations and so on, they're all connected, and that's going to help your engagement of heart, so that you feel like you belong here, and so that you can thrive here and make this university more than just classes, but a wonderful and memorable experience in STEM. We want you to be resilient. You're going to have some setbacks along the way. I know I did as a student, like for example, getting the first C in my life on an exam. And I viewed that as a setback, but as an opportunity to learn. I needed to study more. I needed to pay more attention and take better notes, or make mind maps and so on, and use it as an opportunity to grow. It shouldn't be, don't receive it or interpret it as a signal that, oh, I don't belong here, or I don't belong in STEM because I got a C or a D. Use it as an opportunity to learn, because that's what you're here for. You're here to grow, you're here to be challenged. And what you know at this point is not fixed. You can actually learn more and more and develop skill sets that will help improve your success right there. So it's very important to have a growth mindset and not a fixed mindset. Your intelligence is not fixed. It's something to be grown, just like a plant. You water it, you nurture it. We will hope that you have positive interactions with faculty. Talk to your STEM faculty before class and after class. You can walk with them between classes, or walk with them back to their office, and you'd be surprised that they enjoy talking to you, because we are a teaching institution. Although faculty like doing research, we also enjoy teaching, and that's why we're here, to get a balance between teaching and research. So I know when I'm teaching, I'm thrilled when students ask me how I'm doing, or walk with me and talk with me along the way. There are dates that are very, very important. If you go to the website for enrolling, and see what classes are available and so on, you can see that there's a link there for important dates for CSU San Marcos. So it's very, very important that you be aware of all the dates, so that you don't miss deadlines. It's also, we have excellent reading for you. When you look at the catalog for the university, you're going to learn about enrollment, the grading system and policy, services and resources, fees and financial aid. So please read that during the summer. And you have rights and privileges as a student, but you also have responsibilities. It's just like driving, right? You have, it's a privilege, but you also have a responsibility to be aware of all the rules and the regulations. So please read all of that in order to help you navigate this system and understand this new ecosystem, this new environment that you will be living in over the next 4 to 6 years. Lori Schmelzer is an important person in our college. She is a student services professional, and she's director of student services and programming. And so if you have issues with forms and so on, she is one person to contact, besides the chair, besides me and other people. So reach out to us, and we will handle things for you, assist you, or direct you to the right person. Now, check this out. These are pictures of people who have taken the same journey that you are embarking on. They've completed it, and they have succeeded. So, when I was your age, I remember thinking, can I do this? Yeah, other people do it. Every year people graduate. So it's very, very important that you realize that you're on a path that others have traversed, kind of like hiking. Other people complete the path, and why can't you? So it is possible, si se puede. And I hope that one day, in a few years, that when we take pictures, that we're going to take pictures and put them on this orientation slide, and it's going to be your picture. So these are students that graduated this year or last year, and we hope that in a few years, we're going to put your picture up here. And notice that they're smiling. So you get to wear these square hats and automatically get a smile, and you get a degree, and hopefully a great job where you want to get a job so that you can support your family. So I wish you all the best, and I hope that our paths cross on campus, and that that you take advantage of all the resources as you embark on a wonderful STEM degree. So thank you very much.